Hi everyone, how are you? All right, so let's scroll up. Hello, hello. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, but it's 2 o'clock on a Wednesday. It is not 10 o'clock. I appreciate everyone being patient with me. I had a last minute appointment that I did not account for, and I'm like, well, I can either cancel or just move it forward. So I assumed you all were pretty cool with just moving it forward rather than canceling it altogether. But we're here. We are here at 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon of June the 22nd. And so good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're at, however it's working out for you. Let's see. We have Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Okay, so question of the day today is, what is your favorite dessert? And Sarah says, my favorite dessert is my mom's raspberry chocolate mousse cake, or anything really made by my mom tastes better. Oh, I love that. Hi, Ev. Oh, and we have some goodies from Ev to show you all today. It's super exciting. Let's see. Ev says, oh, dessert, I have so many to enjoy, but if I had to choose only one, German chocolate cake with pecan coconut frosting. I love that. Well, I like the chocolate part, but I'm not a fan of coconut. I think it's the texture. I can't do coconut. Let's see, Kenny, hello, Kenny. Natalie, hello. Kenny says, I have two favorite desserts, tiramisu and creme brulee. If I am perfectly honest, I know what they are. I have had neither. I have had neither tiramisu or creme brulee before. I've seen it plenty. I just never actually had it. Let's see, oh, tiramisu as well, very nice. Like the fancy stuff, that's cute. Let's see, scroll down. Hello, Emily. Hello, Dawn. Let's see. Then we have Andy Heather, hello, and Ulia, again, Ulia, Nika, hello, Melissa, hello. Favorite dessert is chocolate cream pie, very nice. It's kind of like pudding, right? But maybe a little bit thicker. Let's see. Favorite is ginger sponge with lemon syrup. That actually sounds really good. See, I love ginger. Okay, let's see. Scroll down. Who else do we have? Lisa, hello Lisa. Ev says she's lurking kind of while wrapping up work. That sounds good. Yeah, this is an odd time of the day. Like I rarely stream this time of day, even on weekends when we do like events. I do it at like 10 or at noon or whatever else. Pick a favorite dessert, impossible. I know. Can I just say anything with sugar? That's what I like. Anything with sugar. I'm done with that. Let's see, Della. Hello. She says ice cream cake, fruit pies, creme brulee. Ooh, we got another for creme brulee, but also I'm kind of right there with you where it's like everything. I love it all. Hi, Michaela. Let's see. JC, hello. Scroll on down. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Is that everybody? Hang on. Oh, we have Tara Lynn. Hello, Tara Lynn. Evelyn says, I love coconut. You're totally missing out. You've got to try creme brulee. Okay, I will put that on my to-do list. Coconut does have a strange texture if it's not cooked right. It's just, yeah, because I've tried it cooked. I've tried, you know, like the shredded coconut that you get for making recipes. But yeah, the texture, I don't know. Hi, Brandy. Don't know if you have a favorite dessert. That's fine. All the desserts can be favorite. Oh, hot dang, Ev. Yeah, wrap up your day. You're done. Psh, you have my blessing. Stop working. I'm just kidding. Brandy says, I'm gonna get a peanut butter ice cream cake for my birthday this week. Well, first of all, happy birthday. And second of all, I approve. I love peanut butter. Let's see. Okay, is that everything? All right, I think I scrolled down to everyone. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Welcome, welcome everyone. Like I said, it's a little bit different today because it's at 2 p.m., but you know, it's fun. We're rolling with it. Okay, so a couple announcements. If you saw in my stories, we have a new mini in the Etsy store. And the way that you obtain these minis is I always put them in my giveaway envelopes when I send those out, but also a purchase of 2 or more stickers usually gets you a mini. Let's lighten that a little bit. This one has a nice little subtle holographic kind of print on it. Fighting the glare there, but it's subtle, but it's on the spots and a little bit on the front. But we have a ladybug mini. Now this one was requested by little Emily because she likes ladybugs and she's like, Mommy, you need to do ladybug. Aw, thanks, Kenny. So we have a little ladybug mini. And what I want to do, since she's not a regular sticker, is today we're going to do a giveaway for two people. They're going to be little bundles of so I'm officially pulling the butterfly minis out of the store for ones that go with it. It's going to be the ladybug ones, but I still reminds me of Ant Butt Tammy. There you go. Oh, nice, Tara Lynn. And I love Rocky Road ice cream. That's so good. And cheesecake, yes. Oh, we'll get some rest on. This is the mini that was in there in the shop before, and this is the one I'm sure that those of you that have ordered have since received this. This one actually has a glitter kind of holographic on it, but this is the one that I'm pulling from the store. But today, what I want to do is I want to do a giveaway for a little mini bundle. So there's going to be 2 winners today. You will get the ladybug one and now the exclusive butterfly one, because once this is gone, it's gone, and there's only a few left. So like I said, I pulled them so I can save the rest of the butterflies for giveaways. And then we have the lovely inside joke that we have here of the teacup in the microwave, which I think is just hilarious. That one just kind of hangs out when I decide to put it in a bundle. And then I always put in my Emily Illustrator logo sticker in any of the orders. But we're going to do 2 giveaways today, and it'll be 2 winners. Each of you get a bundle of all 4. I'm glad, Lisa, of all 4 minis. And if you already have the butterfly, it's cool. I'm sure there's more places that you could put it on, so anyone can win. And it's open worldwide. Oh, I love it. Lazi. Wait, is Lazi here? Wait. Oh no, because the microwave. Okay, I was like, wait, is Lazi here? Oh my gosh, Lazi. I was gonna get like really excited. I mean, I'm excited to see all of you, but the lovely Lazi, we only get treated to her presence every now and then because she is a busy lady, but we love her. Anyway, so this is the new mini. We'll do a giveaway today, so there'll be 2 winners for the mini bundles. So hang out for that. And then the other thing, wow, look how bright that is. I wanted to show all of you the lovely Ev. First of all, we talked last time, right? Always room for more stickers. We were talking about pencil extenders, and the wonderful Ev surprised me with a bundle of pencil extenders. So now I will have no shortage, and I don't have to struggle to use my teeny tiny Prismacolors. So thank you for that, because along with it, she also sent, look at these. These ones were on my wish list. These are metallic and interference watercolors. The interference ones are kind of like, not metallic, but it's kind of like they look different when they're in different light. I haven't had a chance to try them out yet, but I did recently, and I'm still working on editing it. I swear I edit so slowly these days with everything going on. But I'm working on an upgrade video, and in the video, there were some of the Van Gogh paints that I reviewed. And let me tell you, like you're gonna see it when you see the video. But like those were so dreamy and so highly pigmented. Like I had to like go on Amazon and be like, which of these are available here? Because Upgrade is based, I believe, in Germany. And so not all of the things that they have in their Upgrade bundles are available to those of us in the US. So I did find some on Amazon, and I put them on my wish list just to kind of earmark them for later. And the wonderful Evelyn surprised me with this set and the pencil extenders. So I cannot wait to play with those. So thank you so much for that, Evelyn. You lovely lady, you. Let's see, is that all of the announcements? I feel like that's all the announcements. So what we are going to work on today, right? Isn't she the best? She's so lovely. What we are going to work on today is this page, mainly the background, and we're going to do some of the crystals, but that was kind of what we have left. We have the crystals on the side on her crown, and then we have the background, but we're going to start first on the background and then work our way to the crystals. Now, I was trying to think about what I wanted to do for her background as far as like, I don't know, I thought clouds, but I'm thinking more we're going to go with a solid color, where back here and here is going to be the darkest part of the background, and then it's going to continue up and be light here to really kind of help the glow coming from the crystal kind of stand out. Also, don't worry about these. I'm incredibly accident prone. Burned myself on the crock pot this morning and got bit by fire ants when I took the kids to play outside in the water. So ignore the Band-Aids. I'm just incredibly accident prone. Although to be fair, fire ants aren't really accident prone. Fire ants are just kind of jerks, and they're like, I'm gonna eat your arm. Anyway, that's what the Band-Aids are there for. Which dinner better be delicious tonight. I'm just saying. The wounds were earned. It was just a tiny bird, but still. All right, well, I want to do darker on the background. Normally, I would probably... Right? Exactly, Ev. Exactly. We should get that put on a t-shirt. Normally I would probably use indigo, but to be perfectly honest, I have not. I checked Hobby Lobby when I was at Michael's when I was at the craft store, and they didn't have any in store, and I haven't placed an online order yet. So normally I would use indigo, but I'm running low on it. So we are not going to use indigo. We are probably going to use I'm thinking some of the black grape, some of the Indian Throne blue, some black, and then we're going to fade into a lighter blue color. What's for dinner? Oh, a couple what's for dinner. So I like doing a whole chicken in the crock pot. So I will, the way our crock pot fits, it fixes it perfectly. And I have a thing with like, if I roast it in the oven, I'm always afraid like that I didn't cook it all the way through. And so cooking the whole chicken in the crock pot is a great way to like make it like super moist. So what I do is I put like some butter under the skin and then have like garlic salt and rosemary and whatever else. And then I just let the cooking. I almost said let the cooking chick all day, and that's not right. Let the chicken cook all day. And then by evening, it's pretty moist and there's plenty of like juices that I can make gravy. And then we do like the gluten-free Red Lobster biscuits. And I don't know, maybe I'll cook up some potatoes or something. Hi, Catherine. Cooking chick all day. You never know. Words are hard. Me too, right? Those fire ants, man, they're jerks. I wasn't even like sitting on the ground. I was sitting on this like upper cement seat, and I'm like, man, my arm's itchy. I wonder what it is. And just bam, there's ant snack all over my arm. Right? It's good. Okay, so let's get our colors here. We are going to get the Indian Throne blue, unless I already have it out. Hang on here. Try not to get my head in the camera because I also have a tendency to do that. Let's see, that's Copenhagen Indian Throne blue. Here we go. And we're gonna want our black. I just wanted like an easy dinner tonight. So I was like, well, crock pot it is. We got the chicken at the store, and I'm like, we need to utilize this. Where did I put my black? Oh, well, I guess I can use this one. But it should be right here. Let's see. Exactly, chomp nom nom. Exactly, they're kind of evil. All right, we're just gonna use this black because I don't know what happened to my other blacks. I am accident prone, forgetful, all the things. Okay, so let's see. We have the Indian Throne blow. Okay, so I tried to record some voiceover yesterday, and I had to re-record it like everything like 4 times because I am tripping over. It will eventually, but I put it in at noon, so it hasn't. It's had a couple hours to cook. Anyway, yeah, I trip over my words constantly. So we're just gonna bear with me on that. I need like an Emily translator of, oh, this is what she's actually trying to say. Well, we don't have much black grape. I'm gonna add that to my list too. I need to do like a whole blick order. Don't like cooking. I can yeah, so it doesn't, it can obviously to a point, it can get dried out, but that's why I always make the gravy along with it, because if it is a little dry, then, you can just drizzle the gravy. Oh my gosh, words are so hard. Hi, Bonnie, how are you? Okay, so black grape, Indian Throne blue. We've got the black. Let's also grab the Copenhagen blue. Like, it's just gonna be super fun today. I am tripping over everything. Ooh, let's get a little bit of the muted turquoise. Muted turquoise, is this one here? Yes, muted turquoise. Words are so hard. Right, Ronnie? Oh, so much so. And it's just been, we're catching up on some follow-up appointments for the kids, and it's just been chaos lately, and it's just, things are super busy. Ooh, what about slate gray? Yeah, let's get slate gray too, because we're going for definitely a more muted tone in the back. Do you add any liquids to the pot to keep the chicken moist? I don't, because usually the chicken cooks down and there's enough liquid with it. So I tuck the butter, I think I did 2 tablespoons of butter and then sliced it. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll soften it and I'll mix it up with some fresh garlic and then tuck that underneath. If I've got some fresh herbs, I'll tuck that underneath the skin too. But today was just a quick, easy one. So I just took 2 tablespoons of butter and then sliced it into little half tablespoon tabs. Right? Summer doctor appointment chaos. That's exactly what it is, Lisa. All the, eye appointments, everything. It's all the follow-ups this week. And I had the neurologist this week, and it's just it's been appointments every day. So I was just like, all right. But yeah, so it's just the tabs of butter and then the seasoning and the garlic salt. And I put it in the crock pot and I cook it on high, mostly because of food safety. You don't want to cook it on low for too long. Once you cook it on high for a little bit, you can always pop it to low, but you want to make sure that you don't let it sit at like room temperature. So I just put it directly in and put it on high, and that's a broken lid. Oh my goodness. My brain is all over the place today. But yeah, the neurologist appointment was interesting. I've had that one booked for a while because it's hard to get in to see them. You know, we chatted about, you know, headaches, and also a big topic of conversation were my my shaky hands, my tremors, which I know we've talked a lot about. And he did confirm that it is in fact just an essential, well, I say just, but it's just an essential tremor. There's nothing else going on with it. It was interesting how he did. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's super simple. Like, I don't follow any recipe. I just kind of chuck things in. We're going to start with black. And I know that when I talk to you guys, I talk about like 4 different things at once and I'm all over the place, but that's literally like a description of how my brain works. Like, it's all over the place. Thank you. Yeah, this one is Interstellar. This one's actually really pretty. It's got like, it's like the definition of like galaxy nail polish. So it's like green, but blue and like kind of purpley at the same time. But yeah, I like it. But this one's the ILNP Interstellar. I'm not an affiliate or anything. I just really like the nail polish. Little Emily wanted this one on her nails. I told her she could pick out whatever color she wanted. This one is Citrus Punch. But yeah, I love their nail polish. They're kind of like an indie brand. Yeah, it is good news that it's I think part of me was hoping that, like, I don't know, that he would have an answer, because when it's an essential tremor, you're just sort of, he's got some medicine that might help limit them a little bit. And I already don't have that much caffeine in my diet. Now I'm going to stay zoomed out a little bit because we're going to be working around, and I don't want to go out of frame. Ooh, I like that, Ev. Oh, nice, Dawn. But anyway, it was really interesting. So to figure out what kind of tremor it was that I had yesterday, he did an examination basically where I have to like hold my arms out directly in front of me. And of course my arm, you know, my hands are going to get more shaky because I'm like, you know, straining my muscles just because I'm holding my arms out. But it was interesting because he was like looking at my neck as well to kind of see you know, if the muscles were twitching or whatever else. And he did this full thing. And here's the funny part. At one point, he gave me a piece of paper and he's like, okay, I need you to draw a spiral that fills the entire page. Well, I'm an artist by trade. And over the years, and it's part of the reason why I don't notice my shakiness as much, is because I compensate for the shakiness. I've learned how to, you know, I always rest my hand on the paper. I learned how to, you know, grip my pencil, and I do it without even, oh, Bonnie, I didn't even think about that. I like that. But, yeah, there's just a lot that I do to compensate without realizing it, which is one of the reasons why I love digital drawing so much, because you can use a certain setting and it compensates for the shakiness, and you can make straight lines much more easily. So I guess I just didn't realize how much I actually compensate for it, because the first paper he gave me, I'm like, you know, hands on the paper, I grip the pencil and I'm doing the spiral, trying to do it good. But what I didn't realize is that he needed me to do the spiral, not compensating, because he needed to see what kind of tremor it was. As it turns out, mine is related to, like I said, it's an essential tremor, but it's related to where it gets worse is positioning. And it was really interesting because I kept my hand off the paper and I did the spiral. And basically, if you were to take a circle and divide it into times on the clock, you know, you have noon, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. The shakiest part of my spirals were consistently at 2 and 8 o'clock. And he said that's pretty much textbook essential tremors. So there's some medicine that I can take that tries, you know, that can limit the tremor a bit. But otherwise, it's just kind of SOL. Hi, Christina. So yeah, if anyone ever comes in and they're like, oh my God, she's shaking, is she okay? You can all let them know that she's just fine. And that this is just what I do. I don't even notice it that much myself, but like I did a little video the other day showcasing the ladybug sticker, and I was placing the sticker on the sharpener and I could see my hand shaking like in the video, but I didn't notice it until after I was already edited. And I'm like, well, everybody knows it's a thing at this point, so I'm just gonna have to roll with it and not be so nitpicky about my videos, you know? So it's just like, it is what it is at this point. You know, sure, there's things that, you know, make it worse, but a lot of times it's, you know, strenuous activity or whatever else, and just like, eh. Mostly it's like people that don't know me, and they're just like, oh my God, is she okay? Is she gonna collapse? And I'm like, guys, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Or they go, oh my God, you're so nervous. Are you okay? I'm like, not nervous. I just can't stop moving. So anyway, but you know, it was nice to hear that it isn't anything more serious. And you know, I've already dealt with it for this long, so I'm just used to it. It's just a thing that it's, you know, it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna go down and put I am doing well, Christina. How are you? I'm gonna put black down here as well. But yeah, so for those of you that were curious, that is the update on that situation. So yeah, anyway, how's everybody else's week been? It's hard to believe we've already got like 4th of July coming up in what, like a week or so? Something like that? I don't know. What's today? Today's 22nd. In less than 2 weeks, it's the 4th of July. Right? There you go, Lisa. I love that. Your body's smaller than your energy field. Exactly. Exactly. There are times where it gets the better of me. Like I was trying to put a lid on something today and it just flipped right out of my hand. And luckily little Emily was there. She's like, oh, I got it. I'm like, all right. I mean, because, you know, we talked about, you know, obviously there's patients that have, you know, like Parkinson's or MS. And, you know, we talked about, you know, it's not indicative of either of those. It's just literally, there is absolutely like an essential tremor is basically a term for, we have no reason why this is happening. There's nothing seriously medically wrong. It's just, you know, shaky. Ooh, favorite dessert is cupcakes. I like that. Wait, pretty good until today. Oh, happy birthday, Michaela. Wait, what happened today? Okay. So I'm going to press a little bit harder. So it was really funny when the stream turned on my phone, obviously, you know, the ad popped up and it was an ad for, it's like Lascana USA or something. It was a perfume, but literally I read it as Lasagna USA. And I'm like, my first thought was like, who wants a perfume that smells like lasagna? I mean, maybe Garfield, but I was like, that seems weird. Is pie. Steve's favorite is cookies. If he could choose anything, his favorite is cookies for sure. Oh, cheesecake. I love cheesecake. All right, so Indanthrone blue, not Indanthrone. Throne. Yeah, Indanthrone. Throne. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, words are hard. But anyway, that's the blue that we're using. PC208. PC208. But yeah, we've just got, I don't know, the last couple of weeks, for some reason I thought we would just be, you know, sure, school was out, but I didn't think that we were going to be going and doing that much stuff. But we've had just like, I swear we've been out practically every day. We're either running errands or appointments or whatever else. I think I just underestimated how busy things were going to be. Okay, hang on. I need to not move this around so much. We're just going to zoom out because we're going all over the whole background. There we go. And we're going to be using the blender too, so it's going to darken up. Ooh, nice, JC. I like that. Is sweet anything? I love it. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, I definitely have a bit of a sweet tooth. Like that, sweet things, it is my weakness. Absolutely. Okay, so we're just going to use this blue here, and I'm just going lightly. It was actually interesting. So I posted a reel, not of coloring like anything in particular. It was just like a basic blending, like just blending the pencils together, not any shape or anything. And that actually has like taken off and is like literally the highest views of any reel. Now, granted, my reels haven't had like a ton of views. I think like before this, the max I had for a reel was like 4,000 something or other. But this one has like doubled that already. And like for my reel rate, I was like, well, heck, man, maybe these are the kind of videos people want to see. Okay, short version. My assistant apparently fell and hyperextended her knee, hence she's out of work. She didn't bother to go. Oh no, Ev. Why wouldn't she? Like if it affected your work, why wouldn't you call? That's no good. All right, so we're just layering the Enthroned blue over the top of the black. And this is going to be our last day with this page. And so whatever we do next, we're definitely going to be using some Black Widows. I need to look and see what we're going to do, because also I think a lot of people still want to see something printed on the tan tone paper. So I need to figure out what page we're going to do, especially if we're going to use Black Widows. I need to find something that is complementary for that. All right, so Enthroned blue. We're just going to be slowly building up these layers. This is kind of dark here as well. We're just going to start with it looks like there's almost like little rocks with it, but we'll see. Yeah, just a little bit stressful. Okay. So let's see, I'm going to turn this a little bit. And you know what's funny is I realized something too. You know how I always say like turn so that your hand is more comfortable? I'm realizing, especially since my tremors are positional, that it's very possible that that portion, I mean, I don't know, maybe it does work for everyone. You guys can let me know. But I'm realizing my thing about, hey, turn the paper so that your wrist is comfortable. I'm realizing that's more of a my thing, because if I'm going like this, like my hand is shaking a lot more. So that's why I turn the page so that it's not doing that. So it may just be that that particular tip that I've given you maybe doesn't apply to everyone. It could be that you can very comfortably color like this, but I shake more when I turn. And I'm realizing that was one of those things that I automatically compensated for. Why is the question of the day? Also, it's end of the quarter and we have a bunch of stuff due. I get, oh, so the end of the, that's why you're so busy. But wait a minute, what about the, oh, thanks, Ronnie. Wait, so you're saying, what is the question of the day? You turn your page like it's a turntable? Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. Ooh, that does sound good, JC. Okay, let's go ahead and use, we're not gonna use the Copenhagen blue yet. Let's go ahead and use the muted turquoise. Yeah, I'm just realizing now that I turn it because it's definitely more comfortable that way. I mean, it makes sense because a lot of times when I can't paint my nails, like it's because I'm like doing this way and I'm painting, and then all of a sudden like my hand will like spasm and do its own thing. Oh, why she didn't call in is the question of the day. Ah, okay. I got you now. I thought you were talking about my question of the day. And I was just like, who is the question? It reminded me of that oh, what is that? Guardians of the Galaxy. And they're like, who is Gamora? And they're like, what is Gamora? And then Drax at the bottom goes, why is Gamora? Well, I still need to make some, we promised Steve some pinwheel cookies for Father's Day. But we realized we were out of cocoa. And so we got the cocoa the other day. And so now we need to go ahead and make some pinwheel cookies for Steve. So that's got to be something we need to do here at some point. I don't know about you all, but it has been hot here. In fact, we had a little bit of a rain drizzle, like briefly for like an hour last night. It was kind of nice, but it has been up in the hundreds here. So lots of water drinking, and we do a lot of indoor activities. Oh, did you guys see Johanna's post today? She did some digital coloring. I was like, yay! For me, like I said, with my hands, like digital, a lot of times, like drawing especially, not necessarily coloring. I find that digitally coloring takes me longer because I zoom in so much. But for drawing, digital is just that much more friendly for me. Okay, we're gonna turn this way a little bit. I know I'm not super zoomed in, but I'm kind of going all over the place, and I don't want to go out of frame for you all because I forget to zoom out or move around a lot, and I don't want to do that with you guys. I want to make sure you can see everything. But yeah, I'm trying to think about who we should do next. We've done a lot of portraits. My instinct would be Johanna, but if I'm going to use the Tantone paper, I like to do that with portraits. 100 today? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 100 here today. It's funny, we get excited when the weather report just says 98. We're like, woohoo, it's a party. Okay. In between there. After we get the background done, then we'll go ahead and dive into some of these other crystals. And for those of you that are wondering, you can get this image off of Christine Karron's Etsy store. The link for that is in the description below. Okay, there we go. We're just using that muted turquoise. All right, let's go ahead and use one of our handy dandy pencil extenders. We're gonna pop in our black grape. 70 here in Maine, but it was 50 the other day. Oh, I'm coming to your house, Sarah. Oh my goodness. I let the pencil fall in before I tightened it. I'm like, where did it go? Here we go. I was losing my marbles. I mean, I am losing my marbles, but you know, not because of pencils. It's been in the 90s here, 93 at the moment with a 30% chance of thunderstorms. See, I like that. I actually really like thunderstorms. All right, so black grape over the top of all of that. Like I said, once we use our blender, this is really gonna make sense. Ev, these pencil extenders are so nice. These were perfect. There we go. So I have a confession to make. And I promise I'm not a bad pet owner, I promise. So the other night, Nibbles's wheel was making more noise than usual. And I thought that maybe something had come loose and I needed to fix it. And for those of you who don't know, it's hot here in the UK. Oh no, and hi Angela. Those of you who don't know, we have 3 cats and we have a pet hamster named Nibbles. Anyway, it was really late at night because it was making loads of noise. And so I got up, I was kind of groggy and I went to go adjust his wheel. This was probably about 1 a.m. or so it was kind of out of it. And after I fixed his wheel, I apparently chose not to close the top of his little habitat. And I didn't actually, because he sleeps a lot during the day, so we don't pay attention much to him during the day because he's usually tucked away in his little house and he's sleeping anyway. But yesterday, at probably about, what time was it? It's close to like almost 6 o'clock. Little Emily and I came up here and I was getting something and I looked down and I noticed, yeah, there's different ones for, and some of them were double-ended. I thought that was pretty cool. I noticed at about 6 o'clock, obviously, you know, I fixed his cage at like 1 a.m. And so at about 6 o'clock, I noticed his cage. No, don't see it. Yeah, the door was open and I was kind of hoping against all hope that maybe he didn't notice and that he just snuggled up in his little house and was sleeping. And I look at little Emily and I go, oh no. And she looks at me and she goes, oh no. And I go in there and I lift the house and he is not in his house. Let's say it's actually 88, but it feels like already 90 because of the humidity. Oh yeah, that's rough. Yeah, you might just want to turn it up or refresh it. But anyway, so I lift up his little house and he is nowhere to be found. I tried moving around some of the bedding in there. I thought, you know, maybe he snuggled down there. Nope, not at all. So, of course, we were kind of frantic, but, you know, calm, because if he was hiding anywhere, we didn't want to disturb him and scare him and make him run. And so I know everybody's in chat is just going, oh no. My first thought was, okay, I haven't seen any blood. I haven't seen any fur. None of the cats, you know, he was not in a kitty belly. He did not get eaten. I'll leave it there. None of the cats looked guilty. There had been no evidence of foul play involved with a kitty cat. And so we did some searching and his little habitat sits right next to my closet in the office, which holds a lot of my extra like craft stuff. Anyway, he apparently decided that going to the closet was enough of an adventure for him. So we looked under the door and there he was. There was a bit of a mess to clean up in the closet because he had definitely made himself at home. But there he was, and we coaxed him out with some broccoli. I picked him up, put him back in, but I'm telling you, we dodged a bullet. We got so lucky. I was just like, oh no. Our older cat probably honestly wouldn't care. Annie would probably be curious and want to play with them, but Paul, he wanted to be an artist, right? But Paul, he would have eaten him up, I'm sure. Like if any of the cats would have pounced on him, it probably would have been him. But you know, no permanent damage was done. Oh, sounds good, Rinka. No permanent damage was done. He made it safely back into his cage. He ate. Oh, Della. Yeah, we have 3 cats. Like he should have had a shortly lived life. Like someone was looking over him. I tell you that much. But he ate a little part of the baseboard, only a tiny little nibble, you know, because he's nibbles. And like, it's funny because he must have had a bunch of seeds and stuff in his cheeks because he unloaded. He had a little corner of food and, you know, little hamster droppings in there. And, you know, I cleaned it out and bleached it and everything. But yeah, it could have been so bad. We got so lucky. But like I said, when I looked around initially, when I realized, I was like, okay, there's no sign of foul play. There's no, like, I hadn't seen any evidence of like hamster murder. So I was just like, oh no, Em. But yeah, so we had a little panic, and thankfully Nibbles is not a highly adventurous hamster. So yeah, we got really lucky. I didn't have to buy a Bruno. Yeah, it was really close. But little Emily was panicked. I'm like, okay, we just need to stay calm and we just need to look for him. And there he was, just hanging out under the closet. And it was funny because the gap on the closet is probably about this big, so he could easily get under there. And he must have just been like, oh, let's go check out here. This seems all snuggly. And I'm just like, all right. I mean, honestly, he's just lucky because I have some boxes that are stacked in there, some totes. I think more than anything, he's just lucky he didn't get crushed by anything. Hi, Joanna. Yes, how are you liking your new place? All right, we're going to go ahead and use the Copenhagen Blue. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it in here because I do want a longer point for this. I had 3 cats and a canary that learned to meow. It didn't end well. Oh, no. Oh, poor canary. Well, you know, my sisters and my family, they're just like, are you sure it's smart to get a hamster? Like, because I actually haven't texted them or told them what happened because I know there's definitely an I told you so waiting. But, you know, Nibbles survived. He's okay. He just, you know, had a little adventure, you know, like a little hobbit. He says, I'm going on an adventure. But, yeah, because they're just like, he's going to get out and he's going to do this. I'm like, no, he won't. It'll be great. And then enter me at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. trying to fix a hamster wheel. That equals me very groggily forgetting to reclose the lid. I was just like, oh, man. Because honestly, he could have been anywhere. If he had tried to venture downstairs, like, aw, awesome, Joanna. I'm so glad. Okay, I think I am almost ready for the blender because I really want to darken this up. We're going to add a little bit more of the sky blue light here to kind of blend it in. We're going to zoom in now so you can kind of see what we got going on here. So we already added some sky blue light here, but I want to be able to blend this in with it. So we are going to press a little bit harder. And we're going to get the sky blue light. Now we have some white beams of light that are coming from the crystal. We will kind of reiterate those once we get all of the background done. Let's see. I'm glad Nibbles is safe. He used one of his keep me from the cat's 9 life, right? Would have destroyed the poor little guy. We found bird feather. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I mean, and usually we keep him pretty separate. Like, you know, we keep him in a closed room at night. Generally, you know, if the office door is open, it's because I'm in here. You know, occasionally they get a little bit too curious. But, you know, like with most cat owners, we have like a little spray bottle where we'll spray the cats if they, you know, are getting into something they're not supposed to. So, you know, Annie likes to sit there and kind of look at him. So, you know, we let her look at him supervised. But generally, if Paul is getting too close, we will we'll spritz him a little bit. And then he's like, ah. And again, you know, Isis just really straight up does not care at all. And she's like, whatevs, man. It's a thing. I'm good. Okay. So now we're going to use the blender Still waiting for movers? Well, it'll start to really feel like home once you can get all that in. Okay, so for those of you that are new and don't know much about this is called a blender, but I use it definitely more as a burnisher. This looks really dark. We're gonna lighten this. There we go. And all of this white that you see, that is the tooth of the paper. So this is gonna eliminate that, and you're going to, oh, awesome, Joanna. You're gonna see just how much more it will brighten up once we use that. Or not even, I mean, it's black, so it doesn't brighten, but just like saturation, the saturation goes up on it like immensely. I love this blender so much. I mean, look at that. It's literally like the difference between night and day. It works miracles, honestly. Like, I am sad for myself before I discovered the blenders, like, and I'll be equally sad when I run out. But, you know, eventually I'll switch to the pencil blender. If they ever get rid of this blender completely, though, like, I'm gonna riot. Oh, awesome, Joanna. I know, you just can't find them anywhere. You can maybe get like the two pack with the pencil blender and the full blender, but that's about it. And I know, like, eventually I'm gonna have to join the ranks of, you know, doesn't have any, but you know, I bought them up right when they were finishing them off, and I'm gonna enjoy them for the time that I have them. I'm definitely not gonna like just like keep them and never use them. I'm definitely a use them kind of person. No, actually, I can't find these at any of my local stores. I got these on Amazon. When we knew they weren't going to carry them anymore, I bought a bunch of them, you know, as much as I could before the prices got too high. There we go. See, it doesn't completely do it yet, but that's when we're going to add a second layer of color on here. We're hoarding them up, right? Exactly. We know a good thing when we got it. We don't want to miss out. Yeah, we definitely need to add more. This was not dark enough, like, at all. In fact, before we blend the rest of that, we're gonna go ahead and grab our colors and start layering on top of that. There you go. I'll be like, Evelyn, how's your stash looking? You need some cookies. I will trade you cookies for blenders. I am cool with that barter system. All right, so we're gonna use the black over the top here. I'd be good for that. Cookies for blenders. I'd make so many cookies. Oh, you know what? Let's see. 241. We should do a giveaway here in a little bit. For those of you that don't know, we have a new mini sticker. And so I am going to do a giveaway for a bundle of one of each of the minis that I have, because I officially pulled the butterfly mini. So this will be short of when I do, pretty much giveaways are going to be the only chances to get the remainder of the butterfly minis now. So if you would like a chance and never got a butterfly mini, you can get it there at the giveaway. And then the new one is the ladybug one, which you can get when you purchase 2 or more stickers from my Etsy store. All right, that's good for the black. All right, let's take a break real quick and do a giveaway. Let's see, we're gonna pull up Nightbot. Okay, and we are going to do giveaways. The keyword for the giveaway, let's do the word, let's see, let's do Nibbles. Type in the word Nibbles, Nibbles, because he went on an adventure. For those of you that weren't here at the beginning, so these are the 4 minis. This is the new one. It's a little hollow ladybug. This is the new mini. This was the previous one, the glitter butterfly, that will now only be available through giveaways. This one always goes in my orders, and then this one is the fun teacup in the microwave. Little running inside joke here. But that is the bundle that we're gonna do, and then we'll do one more of those giveaways before the end. Let's see. Get a sip of water here. Oh, wow, Christina. Yeah, I've got, I wish that I had like a Blix here. That would be amazing. We have Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and then like we have Joann's. I don't know if that counts. But yeah, so just type in the word Nibbles, and that will enter you for a chance to win the little mini bundle. Because I feel kind of silly if I was to just send just the ladybug. You gotta have all 4. All right, so I'm using Indanthrun Blue. Oh my God, I cannot say this word. Indanthrun Blue, that's what it is. Over the top of this here. And we're just gonna layer because I wanna get a nice solid kind of color here. I actually treated myself to some coffee today. Interesting thing is when I was talking to the neurologist, like he was asking like if I have, you know, if I drink coffee, and I said, not very often. At this point, it's like once a month. If I'm feeling like treating myself. Words are hard. They're incredibly hard. Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and Target in the next 2 cities. Really? Well, you know, that's fair. Like in the town I grew up in, we didn't have anything like Walmart or Target or anything. I guess if you count like Walmart or Target as an art store, we still have those. But I don't know. I really, especially with Hobby Lobby and Michael's, I'm just like, eh. Like I only go to Target or Walmart for art supplies if I absolutely need something. He is the wise traveler. You should get some. Catherine, who both of them want coffee? You should get some. I actually treated myself to Starbucks, which I don't usually get. I got a vanilla latte. It's interesting. A couple weeks ago, I was feeling fancy and I ordered a caramel macchiato. And when I worked at Starbucks like a decade ago, when they made it, you did like a caramel drizzle on the side of the cup. Now I guess they like put it on top of the whipped cream. I don't know. I feel like putting the drizzle on the side of the cup helps to disperse the caramel more, because I didn't taste the caramel until until I got to like the end of the coffee, and I'm like, well, okay. Ooh, nice, Christina. That would be an amazing trip. See, if I make it over there, we need to do like, I need to set aside the fund for the trip and then just like save funds specifically for the art stores. Be like, this is the true vacation, is the art store funds. All right, so we're gonna use a little bit more of the black here. We'll roll for the giveaway here in just a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna use the blender on top of it again. Like I said, the darker side is gonna be here, and then it's gonna go lighter on this side. But I wanna make sure it's consistently dark all the way throughout. There we go. Okay. Yes, right? We need coffee. We deserve coffee. See, look at that. There's so much tooth there. We are going to have to smooth that out. I might even use the slate gray over the top and not necessarily the blender, because the more I use the blender, the harder it is to layer on top. Okay, so we have got everybody entered. So go ahead and type in the word nibbles if you want a chance to win the little 4-pack of minis, including the brand new mini. All right, I'll count to 10. Type in the word nibbles if you want to join. 10, 9, 8. Hi, Mona. Mona, type the word nibbles. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and roll it. Bonnie, you are a lucky lady. Congratulations, Bonnie. And Bonnie, I have your mailing address already, so you don't need to send it to me again. Bonnie, congratulations. You will be the first recipient of the ladybug one. All right, so move that over. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat for a second. It's Steve, and we're gonna do another giveaway for that a little bit later, so stick around for that. Let's go ahead and try our slate gray. Let's zoom in, make sure that we are in focus. I do not like how rough this looks. Like, I want it more smooth like the shirt. So now we're gonna do the slate gray. Try not to press too hard. And we are, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing going on here. I'm glad, Bonnie. Well, like I said, if anybody's interested in the mini ladybug and you didn't get a chance to get it today, you can obtain the mini ladybug by purchasing 2 or more stickers from the Etsy store. Okay. And we actually recently had a new sticker release from the Etsy store, and that was the Galaxy Butterfly. So I'm using slate gray right now. which is good because I definitely wanted kind of a muted color for the background. Okay. So I'm pressing a little bit harder, going over that to just kind of smooth things out. Sounds good, Rinka. I don't know what that. What pencil snap? I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing of the sort. I saw nothing. I heard nothing. Nothing happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, let's zoom out just a little bit. That is really bright. There we go. That's better. Okay, I'm happier with that. Smooth that out quite a bit. And theoretically, I suppose you could skip the blender and just press hard with your slate gray and blend it over the top that way. But I just love my blender too much. Okay. There we go. That's looking much better. Let's use a little bit more of the black. Still need to figure out what color I want to do the border. I haven't quite decided yet. I think that might kind of depend on what we do for the crystals. The other thing too is if you're getting these pencil flecks with such a dark color, you gotta make sure you sweep them away. I know, you left us, Joanna. Okay, in fact, Joanna, I think you were like of the regulars that are here, I think you, before you moved, I think you lived the closest to me. I mean, it's still a little ways, but still. Okay. There we go. So we're just using that black to fill it in. You didn't leave me, just Texas. Okay, that's fair. Honestly, I don't blame you. It's so dang hot here. If I had an option to go to Delaware, I probably would. Escape this heat. All right, so we're just using the black over the top. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's use our blender one more time. Hi, Coda. You're a beach bum now. Broken lead inside here. Look at that. Look at that lead. He's so cranky. Okay. Let's see. Let's lighten that a little bit. Like on my screen, it looks really bright, but on my phone, it looks really dark. Let's see. Up my brightness there. There we go. I think I might be a bit behind. There we go. Okay. Try to make it look as accurate for you guys as I can. Okay. There we go. Just gonna fill in just a little bit more, just doing the last of the smoothing on here. All right, so it's pretty dark, but you'll see how much more it'll lighten up when we get to the side. Okay, so let's see, it's under 80 today and like 55. Oh my gosh, Joanna, that sounds glorious. All right, so, you know, I was looking at like a map of the US and I was looking at like pros and cons of living in different areas because it's very possible that in the next year or so we may move again. And really it just depends on where the jobs are. But I was looking at the pros and cons of different areas and how, you know, like natural disasters and whatnot, like how frequent they are in different areas. So obviously like a lot of, you know, we have Tornado Alley, which is pretty much, you know, the full Midwest of the US. For Delaware, I'm trying to think of where Delaware is at. What is like a natural disaster risk in Delaware? Obviously, like a lot of places on the Gulf, you have hurricanes. You know, if you have the West Coast, you're looking at, you know, potential earthquake in the next couple of years. So, ooh, you have a guest room. You know what that means? Hotels cost a fortune. You know what that means? That means another themed room for your Christmas trees. Love the empty house, just not the floors. That's hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna use black up here. We're gonna go in between all of these, her crown here. So we're gonna use, let's see, black here. I'm gonna have to come up with a good kind of bright color to make it stand out against the, I don't know, it might not stand out too much because I'm definitely thinking brown, obviously, for the antler portion, and then we'll have the actual crystals. Like we've got hurricanes, earthquakes, like climate-wise, what is like the safest place, like where is the safest place to live? John just grunted. That's hilarious. You know, we can zoom in a little bit since we're just working on the top of her head. There we go. I mean, I'm not really one to talk. Like we just had a tornado that like just hovered right over our house. Like, what was it, a few months ago? So, I mean, I'm already living in a place that definitely has risks. We just get snow. See, I'm down with snow. I like snow. I don't know, like what's worse? 3 months of like driving in snow or 3 months of like blistering heat? I don't know, like ice storms in the Northeast. Okay, okay. I mean, which is better? The snow or the heat? At this point, like I'm saying snow, but that's because I'm also in like the thick of the heat, so. Gets away with everything. All right, let's see, Indian Throne Blue. I think after we're done with this section, we'll go ahead and dive into this crown a little bit. Kind of work our way over slowly. How are we all feeling about this time? I mean, I know for UK, this is like 8 o'clock their time-ish. Australia, I think, is fast asleep because it's usually morning when I stream, like when I do the 8:30 streams. Not sure how entirely convenient the 2 o'clock time is. Because the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really matter what time I stream on Wednesdays because the kids are home anyway. But I'm not going to be able to stream at 2 o'clock on, you know, school year stuff. Just posted a photo to make you want to come to say, okay, let's see, hang on. Look at Discord. The Southwest, okay. No, I'm missing it. Yeah, I don't blame you. Heat, I hate driving in the snow. That's fair. But if you live there, are you used to it? And they're not fun. Let's see. Let's take a look here as soon as this loads for me. You gonna load Discord? All right, Discord is got a mind of its own. Well, I'll check it here in just a second. All right, let's go ahead and blendy blend blend. 4 a.m. in Australia when you start. Okay, okay. So those early risers, we'll get them at the end. Art Mart, Shelly, and Blick. I would love to go to a Blick store. Like, that would be so fun. Coffee Treat Fund. Oh, thanks, Joanna.
Coffee Treat Fund.
Oh, 5 a.m. Hit the wrong number. Gotcha. Exclamation point hype in chat for Joanna. Thank you for that, sweet lady. Those handy dandy hype emotes. Appreciate you. Honestly, it would probably be dangerous to have a Blick here. Like, are the prices the same in store as they are online? Because honestly, the only thing that like keeps me from purchasing like at Blick too often is the shipping. Like, do they have a large amount of open stock pencils like they do on their website? Like, I'm just imagining rows and rows. Okay, next time you go to Blick, Evelyn, I need you to take pictures. So I can drool over your Blick store. Okay. So it's gonna get more blue because I want it to get lighter as we go out. Obviously, the darkest areas will be the areas furthest away from the glowing crystal portion. Okay, obviously this doesn't look quite like it does now. And they have in-store sales. Oh, jelly. All right, so we're gonna use the black now. And then we're gonna go over with that slate gray. Okay, so just going over some of the edges where we missed. There we go. I swear, Christine Karron is so talented. Like how she comes up with these pages, like it just blows my mind. And she's just as equally talented at, well, I say coloring them in, but I always find it silly, like when I call it coloring in, when it's the illustrator themselves who colored it, because at what point does it go from being a colored in illustration to this is a finished work of art? Because you look at painters when they draw, you know, when they draw their images and then paint it, they don't call it a coloring. Obviously it's a painting, but still it's a finished work of art. So it's like, at what point for the artist is it considered coloring versus illustrating? Okay, just a little bit more black. And then we are going to grab our slate gray. I'll take you to Blick so we can get a fancy coffee. See, there you go. Store coupons are good at Blick, and mine has open stock pencils. See, oh, that sounds amazing. I love that. All right, so now we're gonna do slate gray. I'm gonna try to be careful not to snap the lead this time, but we'll see. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable and inevitable that I will snap the slate gray when I sharpen it too long. Okay, so I'm just going over all those areas, and then we're gonna do some of the crown. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, she does. Sounds good, Della. Drive safe. Okay, let's see. All right. Before we get too much further, we're definitely going to dive into working on the wood of the crown because it's starting to get a little muddy. And I think if I get that wood defined, it's going to look a little bit better. So let's get our brown for the crown portion. Okay, so I would like to get, what do we have? Do we have a dark umber? Yes, I would like dark umber. And do we have a dark brown? Yes, dark umber, dark brown, and let's see, what's this one? This is burnt ochre. Get light umber, actually. Let's see, that's chocolate. Aha, light umber. Wait, is that? Yes, 941, perfect. No, you're good, Emily. You are just fine. Ev, these come in so handy. I don't have to keep switching them around. Little pencil extender. Ta-da! You're saving my hands, lady. All right, let's give that a quick sharpen. Okay. And then the umber. Okay, now we're gonna work on this crown a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start with dark umber and then we'll use the dark brown and the light umber. To buy a huge pack of tissue paper, Cook asked, what are you going to make? And I said, 10,000 spitballs. She gulped, I was joking. Right, and they are pretty. Okay, so we're gonna start with the dark umber. Do my best not to snap. This is one of the reasons why I don't always, I want like a nice sharp point right now. But that's the problem, is that I get more snaps when I sharpen it to a long point like this. Okay. So it's gonna blend a little bit into the background because the branches are gonna be dark, but hopefully kind of it should work out a little bit. And then of course we've got, you know, little bits going into the border here, which we'll need to figure out what we're gonna do for the frame around the outside. Okay, we might actually skip the dark brown and go straight to the light umber. We'll see how much space we have when we get all of this dark umber mapped in. Okay. There we go. Let's see, there. Aw, thank you, Emily. There we go. Am I the only one that feels weird when I say my own name? Like, imagine if I saw, you know, someone named Emily and their outfit was really cute. I'd be like, you look amazing today, Emily. I'd be like, wait, am I just up talking myself here? What's going on here? Okay, a little bit of that dark umber, just kind of shaping all of the branches here. Move that out of the way so it's not blocking it. Houston, we have a problem. Oh no, all your pencil sharpeners are packed. Well, I can trip to the art store. There we go. And then here. But there. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. I just want to make sure that I don't color it flat, because giving it the other colors helps to make it a little bit more three-dimensional. I always like catch myself, because when I was in art school and we had to do critiques of other people's artwork, my art teacher never wanted me to use "I like this because," like, she wanted us to be a bit more creative with our wording. So, you know, like, you could be the composition of this is nice, or the shading, like, be more specific rather than "I just like it." So a lot of times when I'm saying things on here and I know that I phrase things weirdly, like, I hear her voice in the back of my head going, come on, you can sound more intelligent than that. And I go, can I though? I mean, honestly, have you met me? Okay, we're gonna use the light umber and then use a lighter color. I need to come scold you? Oh no. It's true. It's true. We got to empty those sharpeners. Okay, so light umber. Here we go. And this way. And here. And then once we have this, all these branches in, then we can go in with our other colors to the background and fill in any of those light gaps. And obviously, you know, I don't think we will finish off this page today, but this will be the last day with this page, and then I will finish the rest offline. And then I will do some brainstorming and figure out what we are going to do next. Okay, so if that's the light umber, let's grab peach beige. Peach beige, let's see, is this it right here? Let's see, that's beige. Beige could work, but it's, let's see, is peach beige here? I kind of would prefer, that's seashell pink. Peach beige, here we go, 1085. Phew, okay, good, she emptied it. Crisis averted. Okay, give that a quick sharpen here. Hopefully this won't snap on me. Go. Pop this in here like so. It is Christine Karron's newest image, unless she's put out a new one since a few days ago. But yeah, you can find this one on her Etsy store. All right, so peach beige. Okay, we're gonna go over these highlight areas. There we go. There we go. And so using those three colors kind of just really helped to make this more three-dimensional. Yeah, I love it whenever she comes out with a new one. Seriously, so talented. Okay. Does anybody have any requests for any particular artists? Or even any new artists? Maybe I should make like a post in the community tab for suggestions for books people would like to see. And then once they put in their suggestions, then we can do like a poll for all of them. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and grab the, let's see, muted turquoise maybe? No, let's get our black. We're gonna go right up along the edge of the antler portions. I don't know, there's sticks, antlers, I suppose whatever you wanna whatever you want to call them, but there is some space next to them that needs to be filled in. Okay. So we're just going to fill that in there. Here we go. So does anybody have any plans for the 4th of July yet? There's usually always some sort of parade around here, so I'm sure we'll take the kids to do that if it's not too unbearably hot. Or we'll bring umbrellas or canopies or whatever else. Little neck fans. Oh, gracias salvo. Okay. You did. Yes, I have a couple of them. Okay. And then we're going to use the black here. Finish off the edge of this little bit. Here we go. Give it some nice kind of crisp, clean lines. And then we can use the blender to kind of soften that out just a little bit. Make sure we don't lose any of that detail. Here we go. Right up along that edge. Kind of blend that out. Are we still in frame? Yes. Okay. Now here we haven't quite blended it all yet, so. Aww. Telling him it's okay, that's sweet. All right, so now we're gonna use the blender and I'm just going to soften those lines just a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we need to do the crystals in her hair. Now I colored this crystal to match, not this one, because this one was a blue, but we did a teal. So that's kind of what I want to do here. So we'll do the bluish kind of crystals here, but I want to do the teal crystals here to match her outfit. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna give this one a quick sharpen. This is the cobalt turquoise. So like I said, you kind of want to follow the shaded areas that she has already laid out for the crystals. So I am going to kind of map in some of this cobalt turquoise here and at the bottom. And there. And then we'll use some white, probably white Posca to kind of outline these a little bit. Okay, cobalt turquoise here. Like I said, we're just using the shadows that she already gave us. Okay. A little bit at the bottom. All right, then we're gonna use our, let's see, can I give this a sharpen? Maybe not. Okay, we're gonna take it out to sharpen it. I'm gonna sharpen the pale blue light. Let's see, can we zoom in any further with this one? A little bit. All right, we're gonna pop this back in here. Nice and snug. Okay, and we're gonna blend out these two colors here. We can use a white on them as well. This is just getting that color in the crystals where we want it. Definitely gonna use that white. Okay. So now we're gonna grab that. Oh look, I got a second blender right there. All right, let's grab our white. Oh, I love using turquoise, like hands down. They're like some of my smaller pencils. All right, so now we're gonna use the white. Okay. There we go. White here. Go. Okay. Now it doesn't quite look like crystally right now. So let's see, where is this our good white? Maybe, maybe not. I need to find where I put my other one here. Let's use this one maybe. Hang on, I'm finding the good Posca. That is true. So I don't actually have any Jasmine Griffith books. Do I have Clara Markova? I don't know if I have those either. I'm clearly lacking. All right, so we're gonna use the white Posca pen for the outline on the crystals. I need to go through my books and then rather than say, just suggest anything, because I don't necessarily have everything, I should make a list of, you know, these are the books that I have. What do we want to see? Or, you know, is there a good download that we can do for it? And the nice thing about the downloads is that everybody can have a chance to color along then if they want. Okay, I'm gonna use the white here. Doing kind of streaks over the blue a little bit. Hi, Marilyn, how are you? Okay. There we go. All right. So just kind of nice and simple. Okay, then we need to continue it on out just a little bit. So we're gonna do that so that it's continually, you know, covers all of the branches. What we could do, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the crystals are a little flat still. So let's actually take a little bit of the slate gray. Let's give it a sharpen. Oh, does she really, JC? Okay, cool, I'll take a look at that. All right, so we're gonna take the slate gray and I want to make it just a little bit darker on one side, kind of working around the white streaks that we already did. But I definitely want to add just a little bit of darker color to the left side. There we go, just a little bit. Let's see, let's use a little bit of the black. No worries. I'm always down with downloads. Okay. A little bit of black there on the left-hand side. There we go. All right, and then let's do a little bit of the slate gray just at the very base of the crystal. It's because there would be a little bit of natural, more shadow right where the hair overlaps the crystal. There we go. That's better. I'm happy with that. Sounds good, Ev. Okay, so let's work a little bit more on this. And then I definitely want to get into some of these crystals here. How much time do we have? 3:17? We still got time. Okay, so let's go ahead. Right? It really does. Just those extra little colors. All right, so we're going to go ahead because we still need to figure out a good border color. I'm going to use our black. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that yet. I want to do the branch color here. You know what? Like the branch, let's zoom out for a second. The branch here blends into the border. Is that deciding our border color for us? I kind of feel like it might be. My only concern is it disappearing here. Well, let's roll with it for now and then we'll kind of make it work. Okay. So let's start with we're using the dark umber. Hi, Julie, how are you? Oh, thank you, Andy. Yeah, I have fun like doing kind of non-traditional colors. I feel like it really makes me think, you know, outside the box a little bit. Okay. I can't wait to see this one finished. I think it's gonna look really cool. Okay, so we're just doing the kind of shadowy areas. And then we'll use that light umber and the peach beige to go with it. Nice, Christina. Right, Lisa? Exactly. Okay. So we're just using that burnt umber. We still need to make sure that when we do the background, and even with the trees, we're gonna get some more of that blue glow. So actually, where is, you know, I think we might keep doing what we're doing and then we'll erase where we need to and add the blue glow on it. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's keep using the burnt umber. Oop, it would help if I was in frame. There we go. There we go. Oh, exciting. Oh, thanks, JC. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to do. The trick is getting everything else to match it when you take a break from it. Okay. There we go. Obviously, we have more of this background down here to do. And I really think the pink of her will pop, especially with a dark background. All right, so now we're gonna use the light umber. Oh, wait. Hold up, I need to do this part here too. Hold up. Okay, and a little bit there. Okay, now we're gonna use the light umber. Making room for that peachy beige. It's like Blick knew that we were talking about it. I got an email for deals at Blick. I'm like, come on, Blick, what are you doing to me? Okay. There we go. A little bit of that light umber. We still in frame? Yes. Okay, here we go. So I'm just using that light umber up against the dark umber. Okay, now we're gonna use that peachy beige. Aw, thanks, Christina. And I think it'll pop even more when we get the rest of this darker background. I think it's just gonna make all the difference. All right, so peachy beige along the edge. I think we'll go back in with some brown on top of this because it's definitely a little bit too light, but not before we erase a little bit to add in the light blue for the glow. We definitely still need to do that. Okay, we in frame. Yes, all right, we can zoom in just a little bit. That sounds good. It just takes practice, and part of it is we mapped in where the all the glowing was going to be beforehand. So kind of planning that out, because where it gets harder to do the glow is when you choose to do it after you already have all of your color in. It's kind of like, oh, well, that's already been laid down. So if you figure out where you want your glow to be and how intense you want it to be, you can put in those light colors. Kind of like if you've ever watched Lisa Matral can do white highlights when she's doing skin tone. It's kind of that idea. Okay, so before we add a little bit more on the branch, I want to go ahead. So obviously we have the glow here. We are going to erase a little bit because this brown is going to be kind of the undertone. Although because the pencils are so waxy, it does smear a little bit when you use the eraser. If you're using a different pencil, it won't be as much of an issue. So if you need to like wipe off the eraser a little bit, that works too. But that's also the nice thing about Prismacolors is you can press pretty hard because see, this actually isn't lifting too much of it. So I think we're actually just gonna go in with the sky blue light. There we go. Yeah, see how that kind of is laying on top of that? Are we zoomed in enough? Here, let's zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use this sky blue light. I'm going to lay this on top here, especially on this branch here. But it's still got that kind of brown undertone to it. It looks a little bit gray, but I think it'll translate well. Okay. Same thing here. Make sure we're still in frame. Okay. Let's see, a little bit there. There. Okay, but now I want to take the, and I was pressing pretty hard for that because I'm layering it on top of it. I'm going to take a little bit of the dark umber and I want to kind of outline that line just a little bit. Still define it as a brown branch, but we've got the blue glow on top that translates what the glow, you know, what kind of glow is happening from the crystal. You know, because, I mean, if you're talking hyper realistic, you know, it doesn't really make sense for a branch to be at this kind of placement anyway. So you just kind of color what makes sense in the moment. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our, got a little thing. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and use the light umber. Just gonna add a little bit of that. We need to kind of darken up the branch and make it a little bit warmer. Light umber on the outside there. There. Just giving it a little bit of life here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now let's work on the background a little bit because now we need to, I'm gonna, rather than work it here, I wanna jump down to this section because we only have about 30 minutes left and I wanna make sure that I can show you all how the background works with the glow. So let's go ahead and grab our black. Make sure that we've got as much of that we want down here. Okay. There we go. But I want to make sure that I'm not bringing it in too much because this is going to be the lightest part of the background. All right, so now we're going to grab the Copenhagen blue. Oh, I'm so glad, Julie. Yeah, today was a live stream at 2 o'clock because I had to move it ahead just a little bit because I had an unplanned appointment for the family that we needed to get taken care of. So I was like, all right, let's, rather than canceling, let's just move it out a little bit. All right, so we're using the Copenhagen blue just lightly there. Okay, let's use a little bit of the black here. I know it just looks so different from the other side, but we're working our way up to it. All right, let's go ahead and use our blender. Ooh, nice, Joanna, I love it. All right, this is really bright for you all. We're gonna turn that down just a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna use the blender on the background. Okay. There we go. And we'll touch up any white areas that are super close to the foreground here. Pretty much anything with her hair and whatever else, that's all going to be considered the foreground. This is the background. Okay, so we're just kind of blending all that in, and it's naturally going to be a lighter blue as we get closer in. We're going to be blending a lot with that sky blue light. We can definitely add on top of this when we are done. Okay. So just bear with here. Zoom in just a little bit. I mean, I did, Julie, absolutely. I read your mind and I went, you know what? This is gonna be a perfect time for her. Boom, it's done. Okay. All right, that's good enough for now. So we're gonna work on smoothing out this little area here. So let's go ahead and grab our black. Okay, we're gonna fill in some of these little areas that are right up close to her so that we have a nice consistent background. Same thing here. Now you may think like, why is she doing all these colors in these really dark areas? Why don't you just do straight up black? And part of it is just the kind of undertone to it. So we have a nice kind of cool color, and you can almost see some of the colors within it. Let's go and use our black grape, which we haven't used too much of. Get a little bit of that purple in there. And I want to bring in the blue and the purple because we kind of have the purple pink hair. We get the blue from the crystal. So I want a little bit of everything in here. A sip of water real quick. Okay. I don't want to rush this at all, but I also want to make sure I can show you all as much as I can. Okay, let's grab our muted turquoise. I'm gonna go over the top of this. Okay, I'm pressing a little bit harder because I want to smooth some of that out. And we're also going to redefine the edge of this frame as well, so we don't kind of muddy it, lose the definition. Okay, so pressing a little bit harder. It's got that blue kind of turquoise feel to it, so it all kind of ties in together. So you have to be careful with just straight up blue and turquoise because a lot of times they can clash. So you want to make sure that you blend them in a way where they don't work against one another. Instead, they have a little bit of harmony. Okay. So we're going to go over the top here. You can see areas where there wasn't blender already is a little bit darker for the muted turquoise, but that's okay. We're gonna blend that out. I'm also kind of skipping over where the white is gonna be. I kind of want to leave that with a little bit less that I have to erase. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're gonna use our sky blue light. Oh, awesome, Julie. Okay, we're gonna use our sky blue light and we're gonna start blending in this glow. I'm definitely pressing harder on this. Now, this is how I would do this with Prismacolors because I know how they work and the pressing hard really helps to kind of mush those colors together. This isn't necessarily how it would work for any other kind of brand of pencil. So if you are using a different brand of pencil and following along, you may need to use a different technique. You know what pencils you're using the best. You may need to use a different technique to get this blend going. But for Prismacolors, this works really well. We're gonna give this a quick sharpen here in a second. I did the Alexa. It's called Steve. I love it. So wait, is your Alexa on right now, Joanna? Is it on right now? Can your Alexa hear me, Joanna? Alexa, play Baby Shark. I apologize to all of you that just got affected by that. That was to Chris and Joanna's new house. Okay, so we're using the sky blue light. Lisa, oh no. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Oh, he did it? Oh, that's hilarious. Sorry, Julie. I had to christen Joanna's new house. I know. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm abusing my superpower. That's good stuff right there. Lisa. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer like at the front of my streams, be like, if you have an Alexa, turn it up louder. No, I'm kidding. Did it work, Joanna? Did it work? Dogs are probably all barking at it. That's good stuff. Okay. All right, now I want to break out some white. Oh my God, it won't cancel. Julie, I'm so sorry. Right, Evelyn? It's a superpower I can't control. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But also not sorry. But also not. Oh no, it's like I'm there, Joanna. It's like I'm there. All right. Okay, so we're gonna use the white. You veterans of my stream like know to not have your Alexa on when we listen to one of my streams. You never know what kind of diabolicalness I have. You know, I could say, Alexa, add Prismacolor pencils to the grocery list. What is it? Is it grocery list or shopping? I don't know. I don't actually have an Alexa, so I apologize. I mean, because you can't actually buy things through Alexa, can you? Like, you have to have it all confirmed. I hope. Otherwise, I apologize if I just bought you all Prismacolors. Oh, people are never going to come back now. It's a superpower, I tell you. Okay, so I'm taking my white over some of these areas that I want this glow to show on. I'm sorry. Okay, shh, I'm zipped. I'm sorry. I'm just, you know, trying to welcome you to your new home with, you know, coloring supplies and serenading of Baby Shark. It's a thing. Oh no, Lisa. That's hilarious. That's good stuff. See, I don't want an Alexa just for the fact that I already get enough ads based on what my phone hears me say. And like the amount of chocolate I talk about, like my ads would just be like nothing but ice cream. Aw, yay. Okay, so I'm just using the white to kind of blend this out and soften everything. If you're watching this back and I just turned on your Alexa, I apologize, and you may want to check your Amazon shopping list before you, you know, hit add to cart, because there's a good chance that I added some stuff on there. Sorry. Tony Stark had I am Iron Man. Emily has Alexa play Baby Shark, right? That's going to be the next quote tote. We're going to have a Alexa play Baby Shark quote on there. I'd like to think, though, that when I say it like that, where I don't say it, you know, clear and concise, like it doesn't recognize it. You know, but when I speak up and I say her name and then I pause for just a split second, you know, then that's when it works. Oh, nice. Nice, Julie. Yeah, I always have to stop and browse the Prismacolors. I'm always hesitant to buy them in store at Michael's, though, because I know that they've probably been dropped and mishandled like a few times. So yeah, I'm using Sky Blue Light, by the way, now. So the idea is, you know, it kind of makes the glow pop a little bit more. We definitely need to bring some of the darker color down across the top. Thanks, Sheena. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. I feel like we need to lighten some of this, kind of work on our blending out some of this glow. So we're going to use some of this Sky Blue Light here just a little bit. Make this a little bit more glow-friendly background, because I don't want it super dark right up to it. I want to make sure that I'm kind of blending it out a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad. Definitely plenty of pencil dust when I do this, though. Okay. Oh, got a little bit of... There we go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get a little bit of the... Let's see, is this the Copenhagen? Do I want Copenhagen? Yeah, we'll do a little bit of Copenhagen blue along the edge, just a little bit. It's pretty bright, but we're gonna smooth that out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's all pencil in the background. Yeah, absolutely, Ev. Absolutely. You know, honestly, like I wish I had like a mom and pop kind of. I didn't snap that. I wish I had like a mom and pop kind of art store around here, just because, like I would probably be more likely to find more open stock, you know, pencils and stuff. It'd probably be more overpriced, but you know, also if it's a mom and pop store, like I prefer doing that to, you know, like a bigger box store. But you know, you're limited with your options. Okay, let's use a little bit of our Posca. Okay. Make sure it's not leaking. All right, so we've got the glow from, now we still need to do this part of the background up here, but at least for this, we can add a little bit more of this Posca pen to kind of separate the glow from the background. There we go. Just a little bit on the edges. It's really not much. Okay, I already did that side. Let's do a little bit over here. You never know what kind of magic these crystals are doing, but you know, in my world, it involves Posca pen. There we go. All right, let us come up here. Let's see, how are we doing on time? I think it's okay if we go over a little bit today. I don't know, is there anybody coming on this afternoon? I haven't checked the schedule recently. I'm not quite sure where everybody's at with their scheduling. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of black here, but I really wanna get the rest of this background in so you all can see how it's done. Obviously with this part of the border back here, that's just gonna be the brown wood again. Ashley! All right, sounds good. Hi, Ashley, how are you? Okay, use a little bit of black here. I don't know, like, I'm usually Wednesday mornings. Are Wednesday afternoons usually pretty quiet? Oh, nice, Julie. Yeah, I always wish they're closer, absolutely. All right, so we're using the black here. Okay, just a little bit, because I definitely want this to be lighter. Let's go ahead and use the Indanthrone blue. Okay, layer over the top of that. And of course, we'll use our blender again, and we'll kind of smooth everything out. Oh, I'm so glad. Emily's the art teacher. Oh, thanks. You know, for the longest time, I thought that I wanted to be like a high school art teacher. But that was when I was younger and, you know, I was a high schooler. But I honestly, like, I think if I had to be a teacher and teach any grade level, I would probably rather like a younger grade level. But I don't know. Like at this point, I think I definitely prefer like, because the difference is like with high schoolers, they don't necessarily want to be there. I think that if I were to teach any class, it would want to be like maybe even a college course, because like people who are there generally want to be there or they're paying to be there. So I feel like they would get more out of the class than somebody who has to be there, you know? I have not done the top and bottom crystals yet. No, we're gonna do these crystals as soon as we finish up this background, because I'm thinking about adding like maybe some stars to the background as well. Just some little Posca dots, mayhaps. Okay, I'm using the slate gray at the moment. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of muted turquoise. But that was a big thing. Like before, you know, we haven't been doing more than like 2 days of pages, but this had a lot of elements to it. And honestly, I asked last time if they, you know, if this was something that everyone wanted me to continue, and the vote for yes won out. So that's why we are continuing this, and I'm not just doing it offline. All right, let's go ahead and use a blender. Good, let's give it a quick sweep. Go. All right, so now we're gonna use the blender. But I will hopefully have this finished up today. Fingers crossed. I mean, not on stream. I just mean like I'll finish off the last finishing touches off stream, but ideally I will finish this today. Okay, so I know it looks a little bit rough, but just bear with. Okay. All right, good enough for there. Let's go ahead and use the slate gray. Angela says, good morning from very cold New Zealand. It's -4. Really? That is cold. All right, so slate gray. I keep forgetting that you guys are in winter. Like I have to train my brain around it, that it's not, you know, it's opposite of what we are. Because it's like 100 degrees out here. Okay. So we're using the slate gray. We're just kind of smoothing everything out. I don't want any of that tooth showing through. I feel like I get a more finished look when I eliminate all of that white. There we go. And then we're going to use that sky blue light over the top of it as well. Here we go. That's coming along. Will the show done on Discord? Yeah, when it's all done, I'll post it on Discord and Facebook and the Instagrams and the YouTube community. Usually especially if it's one we've been coloring on stream, I try to post it essentially everywhere. Since this one's Christine Karron, I'm part of a Christine Karron coloring group on Facebook too, so I'll post that there. It'll get thrown up everywhere. Okay. There. A little bit there. All right, let's go ahead and use our sky blue light. You have a heat warning today? Yeah, we do too. It's pretty much, okay, guys, if you don't have to go outside, don't. Like, oh, that's comforting. Thanks. Thanks, Texas. Appreciate all that, you know, blistering heat. Okay, so I'm going to give this a quick sharpen. Definitely putting our paces in on our sky blue light. I mean, look at this little baby pencil, but you know what? We're using it as far as we can. How often do you get to Houston? Because there are several nice art stores in Houston. Honestly, not very often. I have been to, since we moved here, we've been here about a decade. I've gone to Houston maybe 10 times, maybe 10 times. Right, Joanna? Yeah, I really don't go there very often. Last time I was in Houston was a couple months ago, but that was to go see a specialist, and so that was a short-lived trip. I didn't exactly do any sightseeing. Went down there to go see him and had some lunch, and then made my way back. I usually only go to Houston if I have a reason to. I don't know. I'm not much of a traveler, honestly. I mean, because here in town, we've got, you know, all the big stores that we need. You know, when I lived in Oregon, you know, Portland, you had to go to Portland sometimes to do things, but, you know, not too often. Although we should go again. I do like Houston. Not during, you know, hurricane season, but I do like Houston. Okay, I feel like this is a little streaky. We're gonna try coloring the opposite way to try and remove some of those lines. They're up and down rather than side to side. Although I do feel like I need to get a little bit more kind of grayish color here so that it's not just stopping. So let's sweep that away just a bit. Okay, let's get a little bit of the slate gray. We are closing in on the home stretch, folks. It's almost time for another giveaway as well. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of that gray to kind of make sure we have a smooth transition. There we go. So close, we won't go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so blend, blend, blend here. Okay, here we go. Let's zoom out all the way and kind of see how that looks. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, but we do need to fix some of these detail areas. For instance, let's grab the slate gray. We're gonna go right up along this branch here and make sure that there's none of that white that's there. Okay. Oh. Now I'm sad. I wasn't pushing that hard. That's an internal break right there. That wasn't me, I swear. What is my... Oh, that's funny. My stream was... I'd paused it somehow on my phone. All right, there we go. Mr. Art in Houston still has two... Oh. That would be worth a trip to Houston. Start looking at my calendar. Okay. Be careful, because I don't want to snap that again. Okay. There we go. Not to mention with gas prices the way they are right now, I'm like, do I have to leave town? I don't know. Although honestly, like, it's like $4 something a gallon right now, which is kind of the prices that we were used to up in the north, but for down here, that's really expensive down here. I mean, because I know some places up north, it's like upwards of like $7 or $8 right now. It will be nice when that goes back down to normal for sure. I'm definitely getting to the stage with these layers that I can feel it's getting harder to layer over the top. Like you definitely do reach a point where it's like, I don't know if this is going to be able to layer anymore. Oh, snap. There you go. All right, so let's grab our dark umber real quick. I want to just define some of these lines here. Basically, your darkest darks and your lightest lights are what helps you with your contrast. So as long as you're keeping your darks in here, it's not gonna get too muddied. I just need it to be clearly separated from the other colors. Okay, peach beige, a little bit. Actually, no, we're gonna grab our light umber. There we go. There we go. Okay, I know I'm turning it a lot. I apologize. Go. And this branch here. A lot of times these are like the little details that I'll do when I'm not streaming, just because sometimes they're a little bit more fiddly, but sometimes it's good to see the extra details that are needed and the different little things that get added. Okay, let's see. Am I happy with that? Zoom out for a second. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's a real nice glow. Now it looks a little bit higher contrast to you guys because of the camera, but there is, there's a little bit more subtlety with the blue on her face and the pink and everything. Nice about Posca is we can test out adding some little stars, and if we don't like it, we can always scrape it away. So let's go ahead and make sure I'm not gonna drip on it. And let's see what it would look like with some little stars. So one of the ways that you can keep your page from looking like it's got snow, we are very happy with that, thank you, is to do little dot clusters rather than just doing dots all over your page. That can look like snow. So if you do little clusters with the occasional little almost kind of plus symbol, that helps it to look more like stars and less like, snow, or, your character, wherever you're drawing, has dandruff. So let's do a little bit more there. And sometimes you can do some slightly larger ones. I mean, because if you think like in terms of constellations as well. Okay. And obviously we still have to do the outside border of it. One there. And then you won't be able to see as many stars, obviously, as we get into the lighter area. So it's okay to kind of bring some of them in here, because eventually they just kind of fade out. You can still put them, but it's acceptable that you won't be able to see them. Okay, let's do some at the bottom. Has dandruff, you never know. Sounds good, Ev. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you again for the happy mail, sweet lady. Appreciate you. Drive safe to pick up your pupper. Okay. All right. Let's zoom out just a bit. Okay, see, so now we've got the stars that are there, and they're just kind of subtle. I am very much so. Yeah, see, you don't want them to have dandruff. It's a serious problem. All right, let's do some of these crystals. Actually, it is 3:53. Let's do, saw my head in there. Hello. Let's do a quick giveaway real quick. Let's reset this one and type in the word stars. Type in the word stars. For those of you that don't know, we are doing a giveaway for a little pack of, we have a new mini. Woo, almost dropped it. We have a new mini in the Etsy store. So you get this mini when you purchase 2 or more stickers, but it is a little tiny hollow ladybug. versus the previous one. These are only going to be available in giveaways now. So the bundle is the ladybug, the butterfly, the logo sticker, and teacup in a microwave. So type in the word stars if you would like a chance to win that. I'm glad, Ronnie. And while you all are entering that, let's go ahead and work on these crystals a little bit. Now, I am cool with making these crystals kind of a blue color so it matches the crystal that she's holding. So let's grab, we have true blue, we have the non-photo blue, and of course we have the sky blue light. So let's do the true blue here. And of course, you know, she's kind of given us shadows to work with in the crystals. So that is what we're going to use. We're using the non-photo blue, like so. Okay. And we're just kind of filling in where she has these shadows. And of course, we'll be using our Posca on here to kind of outline the white portions. Okay. There we go. We're just getting these kind of little sections in here. And then I will roll that before we go today. Okay, and then let's use a little bit of the, oh wait, that was true blue. This is the non-photo blue. Oh my gosh. Okay, so true blue and non-photo blue, and then we'll use the sky blue light on top of that. And then maybe a little bit of that slate gray for a little bit of shadow at the bottom. Okay, now we're going to use our sky blue light. Oh, and Elizabeth, I saw your email. Thank you for those kind words, sweet lady. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead. They're pretty simple. Like, it's kind of a quick little thing. We're just adding in the sky blue light on top, makes that blue pop just a little bit more. And then we're going to use our white. Okay. So we're going to use our white and we're going to go over that. Okay. And it's going to kind of gray out the lines a little bit, which is good, because we're going to be adding white over those lines anyway. Okay. There we go. All right. Favorite dessert, anything sweet. I love it. Okay. So let's go ahead and use a little bit of the slate gray. We're going to use that at the bottom. These crystals here. We're also going to break out a little bit of our black. Like, who even am I? I'm using my black all the time now. Like, who is this girl? Living on the edge, man. Okay. Make sure I'm still in frame. Yes, and that's a little bit dark. Let's lighten that a little bit for you. Didn't mean to bump the mic there. I apologize. And I know technically I could fit in that border along here, but honestly, I'm just kind of where the crystals are. Kind of takes over the border. All right, let's use a little bit of the black. Okay, just a little bit. Add just a little bit more shadow at the bottom of these. We'll blend out that black just a little bit so it's not just so sudden and kind of stark there at the base of the crystals. I know we kind of put some Posca there already, but even if we wipe it away, if we wanted to add it back, we can. It's a great thing about Posca. It's very flexible. All right, let's use some of the, try to sneak in. Right, Lisa? Absolutely. All right, slate gray over the black. There we go. All right, and then let's use a little bit of our Posca here. Wait, let's sweep away some of that pencil dust. Whoop. Okay, so we're gonna use some of the Posca. We're gonna go over some of these lines here. Not anything too crazy, just enough to give it a little bit of, you know, kind of a glass look to it. Make sure my white is still coming out evenly. There we go. And sometimes that white line against the others really helps to make it pop, especially when it's next to darker colors. There we go. Almost done with this. Don't forget to type in the word stars if you want a chance to win that sticker package. If you just walked in. Okay, let's do a little bit more here. Yeah, not anything too fancy, but enough that it definitely has a bit of a crystal look about it. All right, let's zoom out for a second. Now, like I said, it looks a little bit brighter to all of you than it does in real life. There we go. That's a little bit more accurate. Gosh, she looks very kind of fairy tale, doesn't she? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am really enjoying how this one has turned out. So here's what we have left to do on it. We have the crystal. I feel like this needs to pop just a bit more, but maybe it's just because I'm looking at it from far away. That might be fine just the way it is. But we have the remaining crystals in this corner to do. And of course we have the rest of the border, and then I'll probably, you know, touch up a few areas in there. Hi, Kennedy. Let's go ahead. Thank you, Kenny. Let's go ahead and roll real quick. So I'll give you the count to 10. Type in the word stars if you want a chance to win the little sticker mini bundle here. So we're gonna go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Steve! Roll it. Christina, congratulations. Christina, see, writing on your name so I know. All right, Christina, I can't remember if you've won a giveaway before. So go ahead, exclamation point, thanks, Mona. Exclamation point email, shoot me an email there with your mailing address. Yes, Way, with your mailing address, and I will get these sent out to you. So yeah, just give me that cent and I'll pop them in the mail for you. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and leave it here. Like I said, I'll finish off the border and the crystals and any other little last finishing touches. But if you've been following along, this is basically it. I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. Like, this is probably one of my favorite in a little while. I think she turned out super fun. So yeah, just shoot me that email, Christina. And with that, I'm gonna head out. Friday, we will start something new. What we're gonna do yet, I don't know, but it will involve Black Widows. So, and if I don't do Black Widows, you all can yell at me and we will switch, because this was supposed to be Black Widows, but I legitimately forgot. So there's that. Awesome, Christina. All right, everyone. With that, thank you for being amazing. Joanna, thank you for your super chat. And to all of you members, you lovely, lovely people. I'll see you in a couple days. Day after tomorrow, Friday. All right. So have a good rest of your week. Keep being awesome. And I'll chat with you all later. Bye.